Hello everyone, the purpose of this video is to demonstrate or show you guys how to create a spreadsheet and a chart. In other words, how do we go about converting this information within this table into a chart within Excel? So how do we go from this right here to something like this? As you can see, this is the data right here, and this is a chart of the data. Now, as a reminder, in Excel, a chart is simply a picture or a pictorial representation of the data. So in order to convert the information within this table into a chart within Excel, you want to start by opening a blank spreadsheet. Let me take this out. I had started, so I'm going to take it. So you want to start by opening a blank spreadsheet, and then, of course, proceed by inputting or typing this data into your spreadsheet. Now, usually the layout of the table will give you an idea of the columns and cells you're dealing with. And so since in this table we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, it's safe to assume that this is column A, this is B, this is C, D, and E. And so I'm going to type the title tuition paid by students at the college in cell A1. So I'll pull up my spreadsheet and go to cell A1 right here and type the title tuition paid by students at the college. Hit enter. Next, I'll proceed to type the subtitle. Now, if you know what's happening and what you're doing, you may as well proceed by copying and pasting instead of having to retype. So I'll copy that and paste the subtitle in cell A2. Next, I have to input additional subtitles. Now that's on row 3, this is row 1, row 2, row 3. On row 3 and specifically cell B3, so this is B1, B2, B3. I have biology, copy and paste in B3. B1, B2, B3. And then in cell C3, history. Next, in cell D, A, B, C, D3, chemistry. And in cell E3, business. And then for the subtitles, which are laid out horizontally, on the cell titles which are laid out vertically, that's this one's right here. Freshman will be in cell A4. That's it. This is A1, A2, A through A4. And this has to do with the classifications. Cell A4. Next, sophomore, cell A5. Junior, cell A6. And senior, cell A7. The next thing we have to do is that of typing or inputting the amount or the tuition. Biology, the freshman class paid, I think it's $200,000. So we're going to put that in cell B4. And then sophomore, 150,000. Next is the junior class, 100,000. Again, for biology majors. And the senior class of biology majors also paid $100,000. Okay. Now, before we proceed to input all of the data for the remaining majors and classifications, we want to take care of this. If you look right here, the word subformer is not fully displayed. What that means is that the content within this cell is larger than the size of the cell. And so to fix that, you place your mouse right here and either hold and drag or simply double click. I'm going to double click. And so that expands the cell. Now, once you proceed to input all of the amounts or the tuition paid in all of the cells here, in other words, once you've completed inputting all of this data, you should have something which looks like this, okay? So we have all of the data, all of the amount inputted, all of the tuition paid. Now, what I didn't show you guys is how to go from this right here. See, when you look at this, the tuition or the title is just in cell A1, and the subtitle is in cell A2. However, if you look at the finished product, you see that the title spans across the range A1 to, I think, E1. And so to fix that, what we do is you click within cell A1, hold and drag across the range of cell A1 to E1, and then you click on center and merge. Do same for the subtitle. Click in cell A2, hold and drag across the range of cells A2 to E2, center and merge. This should actually, okay, yeah. And then the font size for this, I think is 22. 22 and bold. Font size for this should be, I think, 18 and bold. So once you change the font size, do center and merge and bold, that gives us this right here. Again, if you take a look at the finished product, there are two subtitles which were added. On the area of the horizontal titles, after business, there's another subtitle, total. And then on the vertical, after the senior class, there's also another subtitle, total. And so we're required to include this in our spreadsheet. So I'll come right here, add the subtitle, total, and I will do same in column in cell F3, total. This right here enables us to deduce or calculate the totals for each of the majors. And this here enables us to calculate the totals for each of the classifications. And so to calculate or compute the total for biology majors, I'll click cell B8. Now, as a reminder, every time you're going to perform a calculation in Excel, you need to start by typing the equal sign within the cell which you intend to perform the computation. And so I'm going to start with my equal sign, and I want to add the content of the cells or content or the numbers or amounts found in cells B4, B5, B6 and B7. So I'm going to type B4 plus B5 plus B6 plus B7. Hit enter. For the total for the history major, same scenario, start by my equal sign, and it's going to be C4 plus C5 plus C6 plus C7. Hit enter. And for chemistry, equal sign, that will be D4 plus D5 plus D6 plus D7. Hit enter. And then for business, that's E, again, equal sign, E4 plus E5 plus E6 plus E7. So right here, we've determined or deduced or calculated, looks like there's an error here. D4, D5, D6, D7. Why is it flagging this? Okay, equals, okay. Now on this side, on this section that's in column F, and specifically cells F4 to F8, we're going to be calculating, rather F4 to F7. We're going to be determining the total based on the classification. So right here is going to be equal. So now, when it has to do with referencing cells or referencing the content of a cell, you can type the cell address, which in this case will be B4 plus. So you can either type out the reference or use what is known as the point mode, which simply has to do with you clicking the cell which contains the value you want to use. So for the next value, which is 150,000 found in cell C4, I'm going to use a point mode. So I'm simply going to click within this cell, plus D4 plus E4, enter. Again, this writer simply means that the size of the cell is smaller than the figure or number. And so to fix this, simply double click. Okay. For the next, again, equal sign, point mode, B5 plus C5 plus D5 plus E5. Same scenario, equal sign, B6 plus C6 plus D6 plus E6. And then next, equal sign, B7 plus C7 plus D7 plus E7. And then the last right here is the grand total, B8 plus C8 plus, plus D8 plus E8. Okay, at this stage, what we need to do is proceed with the process to insert the chart. So to insert the chart, what you want to do is select the range of cells A3 to F8. So I'm going to click within cell A3, hold and drag across the range A3 to F8. And then go to the menu, top menu within Excel right here. Click on Insert. And then go to the chart option, click on the drop down arrow for the bar charts and select the 3D bar charts. And so this is my chart right here. What I'm going to do is simply grab the chart, drag it, and place it to the lower section that's below the data. Okay. Chart title, of course, I'm simply going to copy this right here. Copy and then paste. Make it bold. So highlight, home, make this bold. Now this, if you look at the finished product, this should probably, this is about, I think the font size for this is about 22 and this is 18. So I'm going to go here, select that, change the font size to 22. And the font color is blue. Let me see the, yeah, dark blue. So font color, so that blue. And then this right here, the subtitle, font size is about 18 and font color also blue. Now, looking again at this, a certain cell style was used for this row. That's row, I think it's row 4 and row 8. So we'll go back to this. So I'm going to select the range of cells A3 to F3. And then go to cell styles right here and click on the total cell styles. And then let me see, this also, I think it's bold and 14. So I'll come back here, highlight that, change this to 14 and bold. And then the last row, that's row 8. I'm going to select the range A8 to F8. Cell styles, also select the total and change that to 14 and bold. And once you're done with that, simply save, file, save as. So what we want to do is make sure that you know exactly where to save the completed product. And so this right here is a spreadsheet. This is the data right here. And this is the chart. So this is a spreadsheet and a chart which is a picture or a pictorial representation of this data. So once you're done with that, you want to save and of course upload it depending on the instructions placed made in the assignment.